The atmosphere is heating up even before kickoff. The Raiders are gearing up to face the Seattle Seahawks. And while it's just a preseason matchup on paper, this game is loaded with implications for the silver and black. There's a new regime in town, a lot of young talent fighting for roster spots, and more questions than answers when it comes to key position battles. And honestly, this is exactly what you want out of a preseason game. Real competition, real stakes, and an opportunity to see how this team is shaping up under a fresh vision. Let's start with the quarterback situation, because that's going to be one of the first things fans lock their eyes on. Aiden O'Connell is expected to take the reins early, likely playing the majority of the first half. He's looked solid in training camp, but this is the real test. Live reps against a different opponent, under the lights with the pressure dialed up. And then you've got Cam Miller coming in for the second half, and that's going to be a huge stretch for him. Miller's fighting for a spot on this depth chart, and these reps could be make or break for how the Raiders decide to structure their quarterback room. On the other side, there's the question of whether Geno Smith will even play. Pete Carroll hinted that starters might see the field, but knowing Pete, that could mean one drive or no drives at all. This is a new offense, a new system, and if it were up to me, I'd want Geno out there getting reps, even if it's just to build a rhythm. But again, Seattle tends to be conservative with preseason usage, especially for veterans. Either way, the quarterback play is going to set the tone. Then you shift to the running backs, and this is where things get juicy. All eyes will be on Ashton Janney, not just because he's electric with the ball in his hands, but because the Raiders are clearly experimenting with how they might use him. He's listed as a returner on special teams, which suggests they're thinking about maximizing his versatility. Will he get carries out of the backfield? Will he line up in different formations? That's what we need to see. But it's not just about Janney. The entire running back room is in a dogfight. Zamir White, Raheem Mostert, and Chris Collier are all in the mix for serious playing time. And you've also got guys like Sincere McCormick and Lowe trying to prove they belong. If the Raiders end up keeping 4 or 5 backs, every snap matters. Every carry, every blitz pickup, every route run could be the difference between making this roster or getting that call from your agent with bad news. And remember, Chip Kelly's system relies heavily on running back versatility. So how these guys are deployed on Saturday could give us a hint of what's coming in the regular season. Now, when it comes to the wide receiver group, this is arguably the most competitive and intriguing unit on the offensive side of the ball. Jacoby Tucker and Dante Thornton Jr. are locked in as top options, but that WR3 spot and everything beyond it, wide open. Alex Bachman, Philip Dorsett, and Colin Johnson have all seen reps with the ones, and that tells you the staff is still figuring out who fits where. And then you've got the rookies, Jack Beck and Tommy Mellott. Beck looks like he might be solidly in the WR4 spot for now, but Mellott is teetering on the edge of the roster bubble. He's got talent, no doubt, but reports suggest he's been trailing a bit in camp. This game is massive for him. He needs to show something, separation, hands, awareness, anything to remind this coaching staff why he was brought in. This is the type of preseason game where one big play can change the narrative. One route, one catch, one moment in the spotlight can flip the script entirely. And that brings us to the tight end room, where things are just as competitive. All eyes will be on Brock Bowers, and frankly, I don't even know if we need to see him out there. He's that good, but if he does play, it's going to be electric. Michael Mayer, on the other hand, needs to keep stacking solid performances. He's been getting a ton of attention from Chip Kelly, and it's clear the Raiders want him to take that next step. Then there's Ian Thomas and Albert Okwuegbunam, battling it out for the TE3 role. That battle is wide open right now, and the depth chart reflects that. Behind them, guys like Kadir Ishmael and Carter Runyon are trying to make the practice squad, and that means every rep they get is critical. This group is deep, and the staff is going to have some tough decisions to make here. On the offensive line, we've got a lot of movement happening. Jordan Meredith looks set to start at center, and if that unit rolls out with Colton Miller, you better believe that's the line they're planning to run with in Week 1. That's your A-squad. But battles are still brewing on the interior. JPJ, Meredith, Dylan Parham, and Alex Kappa are all jockeying for positioning. And then you've got rookies like Charles Grant and Caleb Rogers trying to earn a spot. Grant's working at tackle, Rogers at guard. This game is going to be a proving ground for both. Depth on the offensive line matters more than people realize, and this staff is going to be watching every snap to see who can be trusted to step in when things get real. And let me say this. If Kolton Miller is out there for this game, it's because they're treating this like a dress rehearsal. That's the indicator. You don't risk your left tackle in the preseason unless you're testing out your actual lineup. Now let's flip it to the other side of the ball, the defense, where things might be even more important to watch. Offense is going to be flashy and fun, sure, but defense is where we're going to learn the most. This unit has seen major changes. After a couple of trades and a new scheme being implemented, it's a whole new look. Up front, Max Crosby is the headliner, and if he's on the field, you know he's going to make noise. But the real intrigue is with the rest of the defensive end rotation. Malcolm Kuntz and Tyree Wilson. Where do they line up? How do they use Tyree inside? What does Kuntz's first step look like coming off the edge? And then there's Tonka Hemingway, who is listed as a defensive end on the first depth chart, but could also see time inside. They're clearly experimenting with hybrid roles, and Hemingway might be key in that flexibility. And do not sleep on Jafari Harvey. He was one of the biggest standouts in the mock game, potentially could have had 2 sacks. And if he shows up again against Seattle, he might be making a serious push to sneak onto this roster as a dark horse. And we haven't even touched on returners yet. Ashton Janney is listed as the number 2 on punt and kick returns. Tommy Mellott was getting reps in practice. Those reps matter. One explosive return could shift the entire roster conversation. As the game unfolds, the atmosphere is electric, the kind that only a preseason matchup between 2 storied franchises like the Raiders and Seahawks can create. Fans are eager to see not just the veterans, but the young players who are fighting tooth and nail for their chance to prove they belong in the NFL. Every snap feels like a spotlight moment, a rare chance to catch lightning in a bottle and shift the trajectory of a career. This game is more than just a contest. It's a crucible where aspirations and realities collide. On offense, the rhythm begins with Aiden O'Connell commanding the huddle. There's a steady confidence in his cadence, a poised approach that suggests the coaching staff has nurtured a system around his strengths. The initial drives are textbook, quick passes, controlled pocket movement, and a clear emphasis on getting the ball into the hands of his dynamic playmakers. The offensive line is tasked with neutralizing the aggressive Seattle pass rush, a challenge they meet with varying degrees of success. Kolton Miller's presence at left tackle is a reassuring sight, his experience anchoring the edge, but there are moments when the younger linemen show vulnerability under pressure. Still, it's a testament to the growth they've made since training camp that these breakdowns are isolated rather than systemic. As O'Connell navigates the field, his chemistry with receivers like Jacoby Tucker and Dante Thornton Jr. becomes increasingly apparent. Tucker's route running is precise, his breaks are sharp, and his hands reliable. Thornton, meanwhile, uses his size and strength to create separation, making contested catches look routine. Their connection provides a steady foundation, but it's the flashes from the younger receivers that truly electrify the crowd. Jack Beck, in particular, displays an uncanny ability to find seams in the defense. One sequence stands out where he adjusts mid-air to Hall in a deep pass, showcasing both his athleticism and focus under pressure. Tommy Mellott, eager to make an impression, battles through tight coverage on a crucial 3rd down, showing grit even though the ball doesn't come his way. These moments are a reminder that while experience is invaluable, raw potential often signals the future. Running backs are integral to the offensive pulse, and Ashton Janney's impact is undeniable. His agility and vision turn routine runs into highlight reels. Early in the game, a quick screen pass puts him in open space, and his burst down the sideline results in a gain that energizes both teammates and fans. Yet, Janney's role extends beyond rushing. He's active in pass protection, and his special teams contributions hint at a multi-dimensional value that could secure his roster spot. The competition in the backfield remains fierce, as Zamir White and Raheem Mostert each take turns showcasing their unique skill sets. White's power running contrasts with Mostert's elusive style, providing a glimpse into the diverse arsenal the Raiders might wield. Chris Collier's speed on outside runs hints at the possibility of situational usage, while Sincere McCormick's gritty, hard-nosed approach in short-yardage situations doesn't go unnoticed. Tight ends become a focal point as the offense evolves. Brock Bowers, true to expectations, delivers an impressive performance. His combination of size, speed, and hands makes him a mismatch nightmare. It's clear why the coaching staff is investing so much trust in him. On multiple occasions, Bowers creates separation and hauls and passes over the middle with ease, using his physicality to break tackles and gain extra yards. Michael Mayer provides a contrasting style, more methodical, precise in his routes, but no less reliable. His understanding of the playbook and ability to find soft spots in coverage make him a consistent target, especially in third-down scenarios. The battle for the third tight end spot heats up as Ian Thomas and Albert Okwuegbunam each flash moments of brilliance, whether in blocking assignments or subtle route adjustments. Their efforts underscore the importance of depth and versatility at the position. The offensive line's performance is a mixed bag. While the starting five show cohesion, the backups face challenges that highlight the steep learning curve at the NFL level. Jordan Meredith at center demonstrates leadership and composure, orchestrating protections and adjusting calls at the line of scrimmage. However, when Charles Grant and Caleb Rogers rotate in, the defensive front capitalizes on a few missed assignments. These breakdowns serve as valuable teaching moments, and the coaching staff's quick adjustments during timeouts reflect their commitment to preparing every lineman for the rigors of the regular season. Watching these battles unfold offers a fascinating glimpse into the team's developmental process, how raw talent is polished, mistakes are corrected, and resilience is built. Defensively, the Raiders showcase their new scheme's potential early on. Max Crosby immediately sets the tone, using a blend of speed and power to disrupt Seattle's backfield. His relentless motor and ability to beat offensive tackles one-on-one highlight why he's the unquestioned leader of this unit. The interplay between Crosby and Tyree Wilson becomes a key storyline. Wilson's versatility allows him to line up both on the edge and inside, creating confusion for the Seahawks' offensive line. When lined up as a defensive end, Wilson's speed off the edge leads to a crucial third-down sack. Inside, his strength and quickness allow him to plug gaps and pressure the quarterback. Meanwhile, Malcolm Kuntz's athleticism is on full display as he uses his length to bat down passes and chase down ball carriers. Tonka Hemingway's hybrid role pays dividends as he frequently drops into coverage, disrupting Seattle's rhythm and showing the flexibility that the coaching staff is trying to harness. The defensive interior presents a fascinating chess match. With Christian Wilkins sidelined, Thomas Booker steps into the spotlight. Booker's quick first step and ability to collapse the pocket force the Seahawks quarterback to alter his reads. Keandre Coburn complements Booker well, showcasing raw power and a relentless motor that wears down opposing blockers. J.J. Paisai's athleticism provides a valuable change of pace option, and the ongoing rotation keeps the Seahawks guessing. On the edge, John Lalu and Zach Carter battle for playing time, each demonstrating flashes of explosiveness and improved technique. Their performance in this game could very well determine the defensive depth chart hierarchy, emphasizing the high stakes even in preseason. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Las Vegas Raiders. And don't be shy. Drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Rumors have been circulating all week, and now they are reportedly gaining traction across multiple sports media outlets. The Las Vegas Raiders are allegedly closing in on a blockbuster deal with none other than Patrick Mahomes, the reigning superstar quarterback of the Kansas City Chiefs. According to insider whispers, the negotiations between the two franchises have intensified over the last 48 hours, with Raiders executives reportedly offering an unprecedented package of draft picks and players to secure Mahomes' services. While official confirmations remain scarce, sources close to the situation suggest that the Chiefs' front office is seriously considering the proposal, weighing the benefits of an immediate influx of young talent and draft capital against the monumental loss of their franchise quarterback. Fans of both teams are reportedly experiencing a whirlwind of emotions, ranging from disbelief to cautious optimism, as social media buzz continues to escalate with each passing hour. Analysts speculate that if the trade is finalized, it could redefine the balance of power within the AFC, potentially propelling the Raiders into immediate contention while leaving the Chiefs in a state of dramatic transition. The mere possibility of Mahomes in silver and black jerseys has ignited a frenzy among Raiders supporters, who are reportedly preparing for what could be the most talked-about season in franchise history. Speculation surrounding Patrick Mahomes' potential move to Las Vegas has reached fever pitch, as insiders hint that the Raiders' interest is far from superficial, with the organization reportedly offering a compensation package that rivals any previous quarterback trade in NFL history. Observers suggest that discussions have reportedly included multiple first-round draft picks, as well as high-profile players, signaling the Raiders' willingness to make an all-in push for immediate championship contention. While the Chiefs organization has historically been reluctant to part ways with their star quarterback, sources indicate that conversations have become more serious following internal evaluations of the team's long-term strategy and salary cap constraints. Media outlets have been abuzz with conjecture, citing anonymous sources claiming that Mahomes himself is reportedly intrigued by the prospect of joining a team with a robust offensive line and a strong receiving core, potentially allowing him to further elevate his already impressive statistical performance. Meanwhile, sports analysts continue to weigh the implications of such a monumental trade on the league's competitive landscape, suggesting that if Mahomes were to suit up for the Raiders, it could trigger a ripple effect across other AFC teams, forcing rival franchises to reconsider their own roster strategies in response. The combination of Raiders' ambition and Mahomes' talent reportedly has fans speculating about Super Bowl aspirations far sooner than expected. Further details emerging from multiple insider reports suggest that talks between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs have entered a more advanced stage, with some insiders hinting that the trade could be finalized within days. While official confirmation remains absent, the rumor mill has reportedly included discussion of Mahomes' potential influence on Raiders' head coach strategies and play-calling philosophies, with coaching staff reportedly preparing to adapt the offensive system to suit Mahomes' dynamic skill set. Sources indicate that the quarterback's reported desire for competitive opportunity, combined with the Raiders' reportedly aggressive pursuit, has created an environment ripe for a historic trade. Additionally, media analysts are speculating that the Chiefs could leverage the potential trade to acquire future assets, possibly accelerating a rebuild that could impact draft strategies for the next several years. Fans reportedly are divided, with diehard Chiefs supporters expressing apprehension over losing a generational talent, while Raiders fans are ecstatic at the prospect of immediate playoff contention with a player of Mahomes' caliber. Rumors suggest that the trade discussions include not only player exchanges, but also conditional draft selections based on team performance, creating a complex negotiation scenario that insiders describe as unprecedented in recent NFL history. The anticipation surrounding the potential move has reportedly dominated sports talk shows, podcasts, and fan forums nationwide, highlighting the extraordinary buzz surrounding the possibility of Mahomes in Las Vegas. Industry insiders continue to speculate that Patrick Mahomes' potential shift to the Las Vegas Raiders could reshape the entire AFC landscape, with multiple sources indicating that trade discussions have reportedly included creative clauses and contingency plans designed to accommodate both franchises' long-term goals. While nothing has been confirmed, the rumor mill suggests that the Chiefs management is reportedly weighing the benefits of acquiring multiple first- and second-round picks against the cost of losing a franchise cornerstone, with internal meetings reportedly focusing on the future trajectory of their roster. Meanwhile, sources claim that Mahomes has reportedly expressed interest in joining a team with a strong receiving core and a culture capable of immediate championship contention, which could make the Raiders a highly attractive destination if negotiations progress favorably. Sports commentators are reportedly already envisioning how Mahomes' dynamic play style could fit into Las Vegas offensive schemes, speculating that his arrival might require adjustments to personnel and coaching philosophy. Fans of both franchises reportedly have taken to social media, generating trending topics and viral posts surrounding the rumored trade, further fueling speculation. Analysts suggest that if Mahomes were to join the Raiders, the ripple effects could extend beyond just team performance, potentially influencing ticket sales, merchandise revenue, and national television ratings. The combination of strategic planning, fan anticipation, and insider speculation reportedly has created one of the most electrifying narratives in recent NFL history, with observers eagerly awaiting confirmation of the deal. As the rumor mill continues to churn, multiple sports news outlets are reportedly reporting that the Las Vegas Raiders' pursuit of Patrick Mahomes may be closer to fruition than previously anticipated, with trade negotiations allegedly intensifying behind closed doors and insiders hinting at a possible agreement in the coming days. Sources suggest that the Chiefs' front office has reportedly engaged in detailed discussions regarding draft picks, player exchanges, and contract stipulations, aiming to strike a balance between future planning and present performance. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Las Vegas Raiders, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.